Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video, you will see a whole bunch of trains across the week of July 27th that I caught. I happened to see a bunch of interesting trains, but for the most part, I went out, saw the train, and then went home. So a lot of these clips were standalone clips, so I just put them all into this one video. We start out on July 27th, where I headed over to Bethpage in hopes of seeing the New York and Atlantic RS41 and RS70. Now I did manage to see the RS70, but due to some issues the RS41 was running late, and I couldn't see it, but regardless, enjoy this catch of the 70, which actually ended up stopping right in front of me because they had to wait for a passenger train. It's always nice seeing a well-sized mixed freight train on the Long Island Railroad. The following day now, I attempted to chase the New York and Atlantic RS-70 east from Pioneer, but first I made a stop at Freeport on the Babylon branch to see the TC82. Now this was cool, but like I said, my main goal was to chase the RS-70, so long story short I headed out to Central Islip, waited a while, and saw nothing. And then I noticed a work train was running on the Montauk branch to Sayville, so I attempted to see them along the line, but they had already made it to Sayville, so I just decided to go there instead. And I saw them, along with some passenger trains too. The work train was doing some switching here, and were putting on a pretty neat smoke show as well.
The 11:54 train to Spionk is arriving on platform B. Please activate e-tickets now. Step over the gap.
Now after this passenger train came through, I had figured the work train might pull out and head west soon, so I went down to Great River in hopes of that happening. But unfortunately I had to leave before they returned. Regardless, I still saw some interesting diesel trains. Even though I was unable to see a work train or chase the RS-70, I was still glad to have seen the TC82. Then, on July 30th, I had originally planned on going to Bayshore in hopes of seeing a work train, but since I figured that would take a while, I decided to just opt for the RS-40 and went to Bethpage to see it. The following day was Friday, and to wrap up the week, I decided to attempt to chase the RS-70 again. So I went out to Central Islip that morning and hung around for a while, but all I saw were some passenger trains like this one here. So then I decided to head to NYAR to see if there was anything going on there. And sure enough, the RS-70 was sitting there with a fully built train. And just as I was about to leave, since it had gotten really late, I went over to Brentwood and it showed up, operating about a half an hour late. I decided to also chase them over to Medford to see them one more time. I was really happy I was able to see them out here once this week after my last attempt had failed. And to wrap up this week entirely, I went to Baldwin later that day to catch the Cannonball. I hope you all enjoyed this mix of trains throughout the week, and if you did, please consider supporting my work by subscribing. Thank you all very much for watching.